It's good that we're double checking over here.
So now tell everybody, and check your private chat. Make sure you're open.
Private chat there was right here.
Okay.
Let me just get.
So Instagram, welcome. We're so glad to be back in your world.
Glad to be back with Instagram. Why is this? There we go.
Because Dave's been on airplane mode for the last 2 episodes.
Not realizing the iPad was on airplane mode did not help out the situation.
No, so you guys maybe you actually liked the break. Liked the break of the finger.
Maybe Instagram was happy they couldn't see us.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, there we are.
We'll find out. Let's see if we get any comments.
Let me double check to make sure the volume is working over here.
iPad.
There
you
are.
go.
All right. Let me just make sure YouTube is going live over here as we are on a Friday night. There we are live here. I see it and believe it. All right.
And Frank, Frank, for our buddy Frank there was.
Yeah.
It's going to be nice to talk about him for a moment.
You can talk about Frank.
Talk about Frank. We'll talk about you. We got a lot to talk about with you.
Talk about Seth.
I haven't heard about Chris or Seth, so you can tell me about them.
I think they've been fairly comfortable with what's going on based on not hearing from them. All right. Hold on a second. You got to wet the whistle for a second. All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the intro to crypto. I almost said something different.
Yeah, you did.
This is the XRP ETF special. If you are watching and you're listening and you're joining us live, you've been in the hot seat. Hopefully you're listening and watching and going, what in the hell is going on in the market with crypto? Yep. Remember, as we talk every day and every week, this is not financial advice. This is you and us sitting here talking shop. We are talking about XRP, the XRP army, XRP family, Bitcoin. And what in Bitcoin and Ethereum and XLM and HBAR.
By the way, did you put in your hashtag tags for this thing today? I'm just curious.
Don't even know if I put the hashtags in now, but I'm gonna have to put. Oh no, I did use the hashtags. I did.
Okay, I'm just checking to see.
Hashtags are in.
Perfect. Okay.
So, with that being said,
go ahead, give your spiel on the fact that.
So this is not financial advice. We're a realtor and a mortgage broker sitting live with you, talking about digital assets and the like. And trying to figure out, that's on volume, as to what is going on with the new. Well, first, let's talk about the amazing fact that XRP broke the record for 2025 as the largest ETF volume for the year on day one. Now, a lot of us out here who've been listening and watching and waiting for this experiment and experience. We're hoping and wishing that the XRP ETF would take XRP to the moon immediately, watching with your phones, looking for that climb to go from $2.30 to like $700.
Yes, I'm pointing to you. I've been pointing to you for the last 30 seconds.
Watching it going, why is it moving? Wait, why is it going down? Wait, it's going up a little bit.
Dave called me.
Yes.
Yesterday morning at like 8:30, 9 o'clock, and 8:30
before it went going on live.
Oh yeah, and he was like
jacked.
Oh yeah, you were totally jacked, and I was trying to calm you a little bit, saying relax. You know, we've been through this so many times. Buy the rumor, sell the news. I keep telling that to him over and over and over. Buy the rumor, sell the news. This was a news event. It was a time to sell. It wasn't a time to buy.
Well, with the XRP ETF coming out, it created a lot of buzz and a lot of excitement for all of us XRP. You know, whether you own 100 or 1,000 or 100,000 XRP, right? You're somewhere between there. You are looking at XRP going, all right, it's this our day. It's November 13th. Is this when day's going to shine and everything's going to be sunshine and roses and rainbows and unicorns, right? Like, what's going to happen here? And it did give a little kickoff with it going from like 220 to like 250. And that was good to see. Yep. And then I couldn't kind of pay attention to my phone because we're at work all day. I work all day running around. Yep. And I expected, as I flipped my phone, to see it going higher, and it went down. And I'm like, what's going on? Like, what's going on over here?
Yep.
And you thinking that as an XRP lover and believer and convicted person of XRP, that you're going to see battleships going bananas, the rockets going to the moon. I mean, we're going to see like dollar signs left and right.
Yeah.
And it just was not the case. And learning about the process of an ETF, and the ETF first comes out. What do I know about an ETF first coming out?
You've set up a few of them yourself, haven't you?
Yeah. Not only not set up an ETF, but how many ETFs have I purchased that are day one? Right. Usually by an ETF that your stockbroker tells you to buy, that's been in existence for how much time, that's doing well. Yeah. And that's kind of the theme in your mind when you're thinking about ETFs. Well, if we look at Bitcoin now, and behind us, Michael was great about bringing out a
historic size.
It's a historic event of the Bitcoin history.
But it was I just real quick, back up one more second, Dave, just for a second. Way over here.
Watch where you're pointing.
Way over here. Way down here at the beginning was when the ETF came out for Bitcoin.
Yes. What year was that?
That was January 11th of 2024. It was their spot ETF for Bitcoin.
Yes.
And I put that chart on there because I showed it to you this afternoon.
Yes.
And the reason why I showed it to you is I'm like, Dave, look what Bitcoin did. Bitcoin went down for the first 11 days. And that's what you can see in the chart behind David that we were showing you.
And I'm happy that you brought that to my attention, because you know what? You need like something to help manage your expectations and understanding when things are going sideways, why it's going sideways sometimes. Even though you see all the pluses, you don't see the negatives, you don't see the possibility of there being a negative or what could be a counteracting to the positive, right? So you need a little reminder, wake up, and a little refresher of information. And so what Michael has basically educated in the last 24 hours was that Bitcoin, when it first came out with its ETF, it did not come out and go to the moon. It went straight down, and the value went down, which was shocking and very interesting. By the way, I wonder if you can look up while we're talking about it, what was Bitcoin's day one volume when it first came out? Can you?
Well, the volume I won't get you right this second.
Okay.
But what I'm going to tell you right now is on January 11th, it was $46,000.
Wow. But it was already $46,000 to begin with, probably.
No, it was a little bit below. It went at 46,000 on that day, on January 11th. Okay, a month later, not a month later, 11 days later, it was down to 40. It lost $6,000. Went from 46,000 to 6,000.
So here you are talking about Bitcoin when it first came out.
Yep.
11 days later, it went down $6,000. That's a lot of money. You know, one thing I'm going to talk about in speaking with Bitcoin and XRP right now, and in the last, first of all, the market is down on crypto as a whole.
Yep.
I mean, Bitcoin went from 116,000, I believe, a week ago, and it's down to 95,000. It's about $20,000 down. That is mind blowing. If I own Bitcoin, I saw a $20,000 decrease in a week's time, or 2 weeks' time, even a month's time, I would be ready to jump off the building, right? Like, I mean, that's crazy stuff.
But you have to understand, everybody, this is crypto. This is where you're going to make your money. You're going to lose it on these times, but you are going to long-term make a lot more.
But my point on that whole thing is, in that same time period where XRP, what did it move? It's between 30 cents on a coin.
Right.
We went up and down by 30 cents in a matter of a week, and they went up and down 20 grand.
Right.
I mean, where's a good place to put your money? I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not especially with the kind of money you're talking about.
We're XRP guys all day long.
Listen, I like the idea of Bitcoin. I like Bitcoin for a lot of reasons, but I can't afford Bitcoin. I'm priced out of Bitcoin. And most people out there who are watching are probably priced out. By the way, it's Friday today. Shabbat shalom, everybody. Hopefully they're watching and enjoying. And if you missed this episode live, make sure you watch it and like and hit a smash for us, please, on the podcast. We really enjoy you giving us your feedback, thoughts, and feelings. And where in the world are you watching and listening from? We love to know that. So when you watch this podcast and you say, I'm coming from Belarus, I'm coming from South Africa, I'm coming from Texas, I'm coming from California, I'm in a mobile home driving cross country. Hello, team. I'd love to just hear from you guys, So it's awesome to be a part of that.
So Dave, back to this Bitcoin chart though. I just wanted to just really quick.
Yes.
So we were as high as 46 when the spot ETFs came out.
Yes.
Went down to 40,000.
Yes.
Within 12 months, by the end of the year, it hit 105.
That's unbelievable.
So it went up,
60%.
40 went to 2.5x.
Oh yeah, from zero.
From 40,000 to 105. So my point to the whole thing is don't get dissuaded by the fact that we're going down right now. This is normal. This happened with Bitcoin. So all the people that were shaking out expecting great things to happen with their spot ETF, they were down.
So Mike's point is he wants to buy all of your XRP because he's ready to take it on. You guys don't want it, so we're actually both going to buy it. Just give it to us. We'll buy it from you. This way you don't have to worry about the XRP going up and down, and that's what we'll do. So if you want to sell your XRP because you're out and you're not ready to buy
but I wanted it at a discount. Can I get it at a discount?
It's going to be.
See, that's the beautiful part, by the way, of crypto that I really like.
Yes.
Think about this. Where else in the world that you have an asset or something that you find valuable?
Yes.
And it doesn't matter because you don't have to worry about, it's got to be discounted.
Right.
Think about that. Even silver could be discounted because you still have to go to a silver store,
right,
or buy it or sell it at whatever their price is going to be.
That's right.
With XRP or Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever, it is what it is around the world. So there is no getting anything at a discount. If you think, you might get it cheaper for the day, but the whole market is going.
I thought we were going to get a discount. Now I got excited.
No, unfortunately, but I think about these things all the time. It's just such a liquid asset. It's really amazing that the fact that
100%
it is whatever it is on a daily basis. It's pretty cool.
The market has been down for the last few days. And I saw the fact that $20,000 down in Bitcoin. I'm thinking to myself, you know what? If I'm a Bitcoin guy or girl or person, and I'm selling up my Bitcoin, what am I buying? I'm not just sitting with money in my hands. I'm definitely buying something.
Mm-hmm.
And my thought process is, I think that these people who are, hey, Blazing Bandit, what's up, buddy?
There's
XRP Army, buddy. Thank you so much for joining us again. We love seeing you, my friend. I'm thinking that these guys from Bitcoin who are sold their $20,000 worth of Bitcoin, I think they're buying XRP. What do you think, Blazing Bandit? Do you think the guys who are selling their Bitcoin are buying XRP because Bitcoin took a crash and a half?
It's possible.
I think that's
what's possible. Even on the ETFs, maybe some investors like you or I, if we were into Bitcoin, sat there and said, okay, we bought it at 40,000. It's gone to 105. Let's roll all those profits back into a new ETF, XRP, much lower.
Yep.
And see where it goes. That's certainly a possibility. That's a beautiful part of the market.
I definitely see that being what's happening. And I love that Brad Garlinghouse was so jacked up about what happened day one.
Yeah.
It was good to see Brad come out and talk about it, because I think when he talked about it, it gave you like that sense of comfort and realization of the positives.
Yeah.
Because a lot of us out there who are watching and watching this whole thing happen, still watching. You flip your phone. I'm on Yahoo, let's say Finance, just to kind of keep track of what's going on. And I was getting a little bit, saucy. I was getting a little nauseous. I was like, what's going on? This is my day. This is my time. This is going to happen.
Yeah, well, Frank did the same thing to me when he called me.
Did he call you up?
I said to him when he called me up and he's a little down, a little depressed. I said to him, I go, you've been talking to Dave, haven't you? I said, you two guys are drinking the same Kool-Aid because you guys were both down yesterday.
We were just, you get this feeling that expectations to be rising up. All we want to do is rise. We want to rise up and be like, it's our time.
No expectations, brother. You need to stop that.
No.
That's one of the things you got to learn. You've been in XRP for what, 4 years?
About 4 years.
Almost 4 years. Yeah. So, you should taming those expectations. This is the thing that's going to allow you to keep your wealth later on. This is what Jake talks about all the time.
You're right.
Is that you need to tame it.
It's the mindset.
And if it goes to $100 tomorrow, like Jake says, you want to live with that $100 for 6 months before you do anything. You want to call your financial planner. You want to call your accountant. Don't sell.
Right.
Call your wife. Call your husband. Don't sell. And
not sure if I'm going to have to call my wife. She might see me vibrating across the floor. When XRP hits $100, I'm like, she might be like, are you okay? Like, what's going on? She'll know. I think anybody who owns any XRP, when it does start to erupt and a volcanic eruption happens and we become a new level of pricing, and if that new level of pricing is $10 or $20 or $30, whatever it is, as it goes up and down, it kind of levitates back instead of it, from 3 to 2, it goes from like, 2 to, let's just say 20, right? And that's I think you're going to be in that way different price point, emotional feeling. You're not going to be like, oh man, it's at 20, it didn't go up yet. Well, maybe you will be because some people who will be buying it at 20, right?
My friend Chuck says all the time, he said, people are not going to know, but there's going to be signs. And I love that. And I love that analogy. There's going to be signs that I've become wealthy, but I'm not going to.
The only sign you'll see is a smile.
There you
Permagrin,
there you
right?
go.
I think that, honestly, like, money is a thing that makes you happy, but nothing like family and health, right? 100%. That's more important. But you want to be able to share that happiness and to know that you have a little bit of breathing room. All of us who are investing in, whether it's crypto or stocks, you've got the reason why you're investing is for the ability to have an easier life, right? Retirement at some point in your life, or to be able to maybe walk away from the job you're doing now.
How about to give back to others?
To give back to others who deserve, and definitely help some people out. I would agree with you.
I mean that's
blessings.
That's what a lot of people, exactly.
Giving some
sharing the wealth.
Back. Yeah,
absolutely.
That's a good point, man. It's very philanthropic and very sincere. I would definitely, I think about my family, and I think about, when I say family, my family's big, and I think about all the family I'm going to laugh at when they didn't buy it. No, I'm just kidding.
No, he's not.
You know what it is? It's because you tell your family, you tell your friends what they should do, and do they listen? How many of you guys have friends out there who you've talked about XRP with, and they look and laugh at you, or they tell you, I'm all set, I'm good, not for me, I'm not interested, right? Right? Or like, listen, I'd rather go and buy like, a car, or go buy something, enjoying and going on vacation, doing things that they're fun doing, but their retirement situation, their investments are, nil. They've got nothing kind of put away, or what they have put away is not even, if you think about what you'll need today to retire.
It's crazy.
And I'm 51, you're 55, 56. Okay. We're close. So in the next, if we have the ability to retire in the next 15 years, let's just say 10 to 15 years, right? If that's because of how we normally would work without any investments, that's tough when you think about that. That's 100%. That's why you buy your XRP. That's why you buy the investment in crypto. That's why you're emotionally and financially and psychologically involved. And each person's involvement is different,
And understand, you don't need to put a lot of your retirement monies into this, theoretically. I mean, I know people personally that put in maybe 5% of their assets into this, and we've seen that blow up to already over 30% of their net worth just by taking that 5% and watching that 5% become 30%.
Or some people took a little bit more money, maybe they put 15 or 20% of their net worth and have more money in crypto than they had in any stock they've ever owned before, or any other financial. Because what happened is you took a chance, right? You've got to take a chance in life a little bit. And what the chances you're taking, are they chances that are, where you're going to lose your house? No, that's not a chance. A chance is something where you have a little extra that you would normally go and spend it on, let's say, something foolish, or something that you would normally, you may be sitting in the bank in your house. I know friends and clients and people who are listening that they have a lot of money under the mattress, right? Because no one likes to put their money in the bank anymore, right? Let's go back in that in a second about the banking thing. But they don't put their money in the bank, but sitting under the mattress, but it's not earning them any money. So they decide to take some of that money and put it into crypto, because they see an opportunity to invest in something that they're listening and learning and understanding. And while it's so volatile and it makes us crazy, but
some crazy,
daily, every other day,
not me, only you.
I'm just a little bit.
You're working on it, Dave. You're working on it.
I'm working on it. Listen, a drink here, a drink there. No, a podcast here, a podcast there. Honestly, you know what it is? It's the excitement and the roar of the lion that you're waiting for. And we're all there together. We're all there. If you're not feeling the downs and ups, you're probably a robot. You're not.
It means you're convicted. I'm not a robot, but I'm convicted.
No, listen, you definitely feel it. I know you do, but you're not as you're not like disappointed or frustrated, but
I'm not disappointed or frustrated at all, Dave.
Because
it would be nice if it went bonkers. I would love that.
Yes.
But I'm not going to sit there and say that I cry or even look at my thing on a deadly basis. I don't care. If it went down 20 cents or 30 cents today or 50 cents, it's not going to change my world in the least.
Agreed. It's not about changing your world because it went down. It's looking for doing up so it will change your world. That's what you're looking at. Yeah. It's not the downside that disappoints me. It's the upside that I'm looking forward to that is sometimes disappointing because it's not there yet. Right. And you're kind of like, well, I know I put that 5-year timeline on myself, right? 5, I said 10. I tell my wife 5 years. I said, in 5 years, things will be different. Right. I'm hoping it's sooner. But I tell her 5 years. And she said, don't tell me anything. I want to know about it until it happens.
That's the right answer.
She doesn't want to hear a word about this anymore. Stop talking about it.
Yep.
She's waiting for that time when I'm behind my phone. I look over at her and I get that smile on my face. And she's going to go, is it time? Is it time? Is it that time? And I'll probably say, yeah, no. Smiling.
No. Just listen to my call, Val, when you hear me talking to the accountant, when you hear me talking to the attorney, then you'll know. Because I'm not telling you, Val, because you don't want to know.
You don't want to know. Exactly right. Absolutely. Listen, we love doing this every week. And I hope you guys listening like it too. Please remember to give us a like, a smash, a heart. Let us know where you're coming from. Let us know what you're thinking and feeling. Share your thoughts and feelings. What we really want to do is set up a show with you guys and bring you guys on.
Did you get any responses from that last week? I'm just curious.
We did not get a response specifically on one. I'm sorry, we did get some responses, but I want to get a collection of responses. So if you watch and listen and you are interested, please jump on your social media platforms using YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, whatever it is, and you would like to come on live and talk about your feelings, thoughts about XRP.
Not their face, though. Just their voice?
It can be their face if they're comfortable. I'd love to bring them live on face if you want to bring out yourself live on face. And we'll send out the link and we can have you on the show like we did with Rich. Yep. I think it'd be fun to have you guys on the show with us and kind of we'll chat about it, just like a nice little jam session about XRP and your thoughts and feelings on it.
But if they don't want their face, you'll keep their face off.
Can we just blur the face? I don't know.
Well, they can always show the back of their heads theoretically, right?
They could put a mask on or some kind of a bandana.
There you go.
You can be the
bearable bull.
The bearable bull, exactly. But I think it'd be fun to have you guys in the show and talk about it. We have a little jam session. Could be a therapy session, depending what's happening in the market.
There you go.
But it'll be fun. So anyway, it's Friday. We had a quick little show over here. Hopefully you guys like listening and learning. And we'd love to have you a part of everything we're doing.
Sounds good.
Hopefully Monday we'll see something more exciting than we saw today and what's happening.
Yeah. Just remember, guys, it was down 11 days before it turned around. So
Bitcoin's first ETF down 11 days before it came out.
11 days before it started popping. So, and then look at it was up 3.5 or 2.5 times where it was. So bear that in mind, guys. That's a good historical reference to take.
I like that. That's good stuff. Makes me feel more confident and makes me feel a little bit more unnervy.
And one more thing before you let everybody go.
Yes.
We were talking about owning an ETF versus owning the XRP.
Yes, that's another good point.
And real quick, which one would you choose? I mean, I told you what I would choose. I mean, Dave and I sort of had this conversation.
I was even at the point of confusion to a second because I said, well, maybe I should buy some XRP ETF. And he's like, but you already have it. And I didn't think to myself, right? Like, XRP ETF, it's got to be based on the price about 10 XRPs, right? So why do I need to buy the XRP ETF? The XRP ETF is specifically for the people who are not comfortable to be on the upholds of the world and Geminis and Krakens and Crypto.com and Coinbase and all that kind of stuff, that there's a lot more volatility in their mindset and comfort zone. And just remember, again, attached below on our podcast is a link to Uphold if you haven't used it before. Uphold's doing amazing things with XRP.
Yeah, we talked about that.
I still need to learn more. But the fact that you can earn 6% on using a debit card to buy whatever you're buying already with your XRP debit card, you can get 4+% by holding your money there and using it as a bank over there, it's just mind blowing. You can earn 10% a month on Uphold. If that's something you're interested in, definitely click the link below. Upload the Uphold. You get a little something, we get a little something, but more importantly, it's a great platform where XRP and Jake had XRP. What was her name? Cute girl from XRP. She's the CEO or the president there.
Oh, from Uphold. You're talking about the one from the CEO from Uphold.
Yeah, great. It was a great interview that Jake.
Yeah, it was a great interview.
So if you have a chance to check that out, check out the Uphold interview with Jake Claver. Awesome stuff.
You still didn't finish the conversation. I would rather have XRP than to have the ETF.
100%. Rather have the XRP.
You're going to get the same growth on both of them. However, you can't invest with it. I mean, ultimately, you're going to be able to take your XRP and give it to Jake Claver or put it online, not online, but through a DeFi thing and earn money on it. When you buy the actual ETF, it's great if you can do it with your 401k or your IRA.
I'm sure the cost is much higher to sell it with an ETF with a broker versus it is on.
I wasn't even thinking that. I would excluding that altogether. Okay. But just the 0.5% they charge you every year on that ETF to maintain it versus nothing when you have it sitting in your gold wallet.
One more thing. The president wants to make no tax on crypto.
Yeah, certain ones. Not all of them, I'm sure. But
that is something that we should all be paying attention to and listen to, because that's going to happen as well. I'm pretty sure.
I think I can see that.
It makes the most sense.
It does.
All right, everybody. We'll see you guys later. Have a wonderful weekend. Michael Cristoforo, David Lamel here. The Intro to Crypto. Thank you so much for joining us every week. We'll see you Monday.
Bye.